highlights on 2K TV, Pink. I want some of those crossovers right here.
I'll send something in.
All right, sounds good.
What's up, My Team fans? We have 2K TV My Team correspondent Blake here to tell us what the devs are saying. Blake, I know you've got some My Team.
Welcome, Alexander. Well, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Look at Orlando. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And, of course, Chicago, a few slots below them.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
And we've all thought this. They're just a middle-of-the-road team. The last thing anyone in the NBA wants to be.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. And for Chicago, Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the small forward. White, good.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Sinks the three-pointer. Levine's got 5 points so far.
Well, this gives you some confidence when you drop 3 straight to start the game.
Now here's Ennis. Tight defense on him. Pass to Vucevic. Down low, Gordon. And that time, also a missed shot.
3 straight misses to begin this contest and already starting to look frustrated.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think LaVine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
Now here's Ennis. Fournier passes to Ennis. Back to Fournier. The pass to Gordon. Lays it up and banks it in.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Here's Levine. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Gordon. 8 points his last outing. And it's Vucevic, that time on the assist by Gordon.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Augustine finds Fournier. Good ball movement here by the Magic. It's Fournier on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
On the wing, Levine, a 3-ball. And Vucevic pulls it down. And it's Ennis with the ball for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 6. The drive by Vucevic. And it's good, 2 points. Vucevic has got his 2nd basket.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Kick out to Levine. Markkanen down low. He's against Gordon. Left side, Levine. From past the arc. Again, Levine missing. Markkanen dishes to Carter. Kick out to Levine. Latre. Again, Levine missing. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Magic in Orlando. Here's Ennis. Lays it up off the glass.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Levine deciding where to go with it. Gordon with the defensive effort.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Vucevic. Ennis kicks to Fournier. Left side, Gordon. Over Levine. Gordon, the pass to Ennis. Over Porter. Ennis misses.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And it's in there.
Beautiful find by Carter. Sees the floor really well for a young big.
Pass to Vucevic. Now the feed to Gordon. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And stolen by Fournier. It'll count. Can't hit that one. And so it's Zach LaVine making it. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. They've got Terrence Ross. Fultz is out there with Michael Carter-Williams. Then it's Bamba, and it's Birch in at the 4. You know, Smitty, NBA referees, officials now have a presence on social media that's aiming at educating fans on calls and why they're made.
Yes, and I love it, Kevin, if you have these demos and talk about plays and games and situations that you're educating fans. It's just that fans look at it when these referees, who are human, miss calls, and then they want to re-show these plays that they missed. We still got to understand they're human and they're going to miss some calls.
Well said, Steve. Here's Carter-Williams. The Bulls getting the bucket.
I like what MCW does in transition. The long strides, he eats up ground quickly.
Carter-Williams against Dunn. Shoots over Carter-Williams. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
To the left wing. Fultz with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Carter-Williams kicks to Fultz. Back to Carter-Williams. Out to the right wing. Pocket 4 from about 19 feet. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Fultz.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Hutchison passes to Young. Here's Hutchison. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Bulls.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Bamba dishes to Fultz. He tries for 3 with the tip. It's good on the putback. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Young. It's tipped, and they're able to recover.
And taking a look now at stats for Thaddeus Young. some good contributions really since the All-Star break. He's putting up 13 points a game, over 2.5 steals and 6 rebounds. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
I mean, high-level feel for the game allows him to gamble with a purpose. Does he get burned once in a while? Sure, but not as often as he guesses right.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Valentine's checked in for Chandler Hutchison, and Levine subbed in for Satoransky. No good from Ross. Chicago leading by 4. Here's Levine. It's rebounded by Carter Williams.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Here's Fultz. With the second effort. A steal. Levine with it. Now defended by Carter Williams. And Levine, here we go.
The question for Zach LaVine coming in, will he get strong enough? There's your answer.
To the left side wing. Here's Birch. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Birch has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I like that approach, playing inside out, forcing the defense to scramble.
Here's Levine. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The defense in a tough situation. They know Levine loves the jump shot, but he can also put it on the floor and take it to you.
And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Here's Vucevic, another shot. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And then Gordon with the dunk. The Magic shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively. And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
Near the three-point line, it's Augustine. A second chance effort. And Vucevic kicks to Augustine. Back to Vucevic. Augustine in the corner. 5 on the clock. Tries again. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Vucevic.
The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
Feeds it to Young. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Vucevic with the block, but they'll get another chance. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Chicago with the ball. Now Valentine launches a 3. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarters.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Great. Chicago was looking great right away. They staged a good old-fashioned ambush, going on an aggressive... And that's a wrap with the third...
Debate about who is the greatest, what you debate about. Yeah. I swear
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
We've got Chris Dunn, Valentine out there with Young, and it's Cornette in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And he recovers it. Here's Harrison, and he banks in the layup. Harrison's got the first bucket of the third here for the Bulls.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And here's Ennis. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Vucevic.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple. I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Magic moving the ball around. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Sometimes, Smitty, you see someone make a pass and wonder, how did he even see that guy? I mean, it's amazing to me.
Yeah, I think Chris Paul leads that list. I think from a big Jokic, Trae Young is a young guy, Ben Simmons, Doncic, those guys see the floor extremely well.
Now, here is Young, up and in on the layup. Young's got 6 points.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Ennis passes to Vucevic. Got a piece of it. Here's Harrison. He's guarded by Fournier.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
The Magic trail by 3. Ennis passes to Vucevic. He kicks it to Augustine. Just 5 to shoot. This is to Gordon. Vucevic trying to get open. And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Augustine.
I mean, he's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's a beautiful play.
So the wing on the left. Harrison passes to Young. Over Gordon. And he overshot that one, missing. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Ennis. And it goes down 2 points. Ennis has got the lead up to 1 now for the Magic.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Valentine kicks to Dunn. Here's Harrison. Kept alive. Here's Young. Second chance shot. Pass to Dunn. Valentine with it. He's guarded by Fournier. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 1. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here is Augustine. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. The dish to Gordon. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now, here is Young. He has 6. Valentine dishes to Young. Pass to Cornette. And it's done in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. The Magic have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Now Ennis, after Denzel Valentine missing on that last 3-pointer. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Magic. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And for that matchup with the Kings, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
This game has a lot of character here in the 3rd period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Augustine against Dunn. Ennis passes to Augustine. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Vucevic with the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Cornette. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists in the game. Orlando trailing here.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Gordon. It's hauled in by Cornett. Dunn left side. And foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Bulls lead by 3. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Fultz is out there with Carter Williams. Then it's Terrence Ross. And there's Mohamed Bamba. And it's Birch in at the 4. Good on the triple. And the Bulls lead by 6.
Yes, we've seen it before. Porter likes to dribble into that jumper.
And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. And no good. Well, Orlando shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Here's Fultz. No good that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Gordon's checked in for Carter Williams. Ross kicks to Bamba. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Satoransky. The putback. Markkanen trying to break loose. Can't get the putback. Ross dishes to Fultz. Satoransky against Ross. Back to Bamba. Ross in the corner. Inside. And the dunk by Bamba.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for Chicago. Here's White. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Bamba. Vucevic checked in for the Magic. James Ennis comes in for Cam Birch. Porter finds Satoransky. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Markkanen down low. He's guarded by Ross. Markkanen good.
Everyone knows about Markkanen from range. Also has the tools to challenge inside.
Gordon the pass to Vucevic. Now here's Fultz. Back to Vucevic. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. 6 to shoot. And Vucevic throws it down.
He has done everything possible to keep his team in this one. What a performance from him.
Stolen by Gordon. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Vucevic. That's his 5th miss of the game. He has made 6 of his 11 shots. White drives in, makes it off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 2.
And hey, when you're a big shot maker in college, that often carries over to this level. Certainly as for White.
Kept alive Orlando. Vucevic dishes to Gordon. Ross gives to Ennis. The pass to Fultz. Just 4 to shoot. To the inside. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Fultz is not just looking to score the ball. He also is equally engaged in terms of facilitating for his teammates.
So the first one drops, and that gives them the lead.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
The Bulls making a switch here. Levine's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Fournier's checked in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
The Magic have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Vucevic to the pass to Fournier. Back to Vucevic. Pass to Augustine. He feeds it to Gordon. Here's Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. He gets it in there. Vucevic has got the lead up to 3 now for Orlando.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
And a wide open look for Porter. Yes! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Augustine finds Gordon. Passes it to Ennis. Vucevic down low. Carter on him. Yes!
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Porter. Outside, White. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
What I like about Zach LaVine right now, he's really finding ways to get to the line more.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so LaVine nails both of them.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And there's the pass to Gordon. Back to Fournier. Pass to Vucevic. Left side, Gordon. Shoots over Markkanen. It's deflected.
And for Markkanen, contesting shots is not about explosive athleticism. It's about being in the right position and timing it right.
And that's going to do it for regulation. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. And the Bulls start out with the ball. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So the Bulls 5 right now. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's Hutchinson in at the 3 spot. And the jam by Levine.
This is what Zach LaVine is built to do. He can get you points in bunches. And sometimes he can go all night.
Back to Gordon. Augustine against White. And Augustine kicks to Gordon. To the middle. And he lays it straight in. Augustine's got the game tied up here for the Magic.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
On the wing, Levine. From outside the arc. Buries it from 3-point range. Levine's got 5 points now this quarter.
I mean, both sides are really battling. Zach LaVine right in the middle of it, wanting to take charge.
Augustine finds Gordon, shoots over Markkanen, and so Orlando again turning it over.
How big is that? Or should I say, how big might that become? Just a brutal mistake.
Chicago making a switch here. Porter's checked in. And Levine, here we go. And it's blocked by Gordon. Here's Augustine. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 7 rebounds in the game. And there's the call on James Ennis. That's foul number 2 for him. Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. And White kicks to Porter. Here's Levine. Can't cash in from close range.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Orlando moving the ball around. Back to Fournier. Passes it to Gordon. Clock at 6. It's deflected. They retain possession. Count it. Good. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Chicago Bulls. They've led by as much as 10. The feed to Markkanen. Money!
Not only can you count on Markkanen to give you points, he can do it when it matters most.
Vucevic with it. Now defended by Levine. Vucevic dishes to Augustine. Down low. Ennis passes to Gordon. Here's Augustine, defended by Carter. From downtown, it drops. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Fantastic bomb there, just especially against the taller defender.
Levine with it.
If you want to know what Zach LaVine is made of, you just found out.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're trailing by 2. 5 seconds left in the first overtime. What's your take, guys?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
Augustine can't get it to fall.
Bringing a competitive energy to the defensive end. White stays connected to his man.
And so the big win by...
lower body fluid. And goaltender.
You've got some My Team news. Give it to us.
Yeah, what's up, Chris? What's up, Alexis? I've got some tidbits from the devs. One of the things that you'll be interested in, I know evolution cards were big on the scene coming into 2K20, and now going into 2K21, you'll have a little more control on some of those evolution cards. So how would you like to be able to choose how some of those cards evolve is one of the things to look.
Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Adebayo.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Jones is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the 1. And for Orlando, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3. And the Magic with possession. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
The pass to Nunn. Offensive rebound. And now Orlando on the break. Augustine with the ball. He feeds it to Gordon. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Gordon's got his second basket of the game.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
And Gordon over to help. Jones, the pass to Robinson. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Drills the baseline jumper.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Fournier. Pass to Ennis. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. In transition, here comes Miami. And then Jones with the jam.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
It's stolen by Adebayo. And here comes the break. Rebound by the Magic.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Now, here's Vucevic. He's coming off a 19-point game against Chicago.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals.
Here's Robinson following the score by Aaron Gordon. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running.
Yes.
You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up is also opening the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
And here are the Heat now after the three-pointer from Nikola Vucevic. Offensive rebound. And the wide-open shot from Crowder. Miami no good on that time either.
He wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Ross finds Vucevic. Here's Birch. And that one no good to start him off on the night. The Heat have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Crowder the pass to Dragic. Out left to the wing. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Robinson. Birch grabs the board.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down. There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here is Robinson after the Magic pick up 2. It's good.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Here's Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And the basket by Olynyk.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Ross kicks to Vucevic. Pass to Birch. Back to Vucevic. Here is Ross. He's guarded by Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. There's the pass to Vucevic. It's hauled in by the Heat. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. Robinson misses. Now here's Ross. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for the Orlando Magic. He not... Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise.
Call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it, but...
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
On the court for Miami here in the second. They've got Iguodala. He's out there with Dragic. Myers Leonard is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Silva in at the 4-man position. Here's Birch. Carter Williams, the pass to Bamba from 12 feet out. And too long on the shot.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Iguodala wide open. The Heat get it back. And a new 14.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Birch kicks to Carter Williams. Moss against Crowder. In the corner, it's Birch. Pass to Fultz. That one, no good. And it's Miami the other way. Last time they met was in Miami.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, without the scoring they got from that second unit, that is not a game they would have won. They needed every one of those points that they got off the bench.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Ennis, he's checked in for Kem Birch. Fournier comes in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. Augustine passes to Carter Williams. Now here's Ennis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ennis has got his first points of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Iguodala with the bucket.
Got to watch Iguodala down there, slipping around and capable of finishing in that spot.
Carter Williams, the pass to Bamba. Orlando moving the ball around. It's good. Fournier's got his second basket of the night.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That's his first foul. And Orlando making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Jones checked in for Miami. Earl comes in for Andre Iguodala. Adebayo passes to Jones. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways. Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9" and a half, and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Here's Gordon, following the three by Miami that went in. Excellent D that time from Jones.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over. Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Now here's Gordon. He's got 8. Ennis kicks to Gordon. Gordon with another miss. You look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Here's Augustine. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Augustine finds Bamba. To the paint. Back to Fournier. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Nice shot there by Bamba.
He's still working on his jumper, but you can see Bamba has the touch to score from there.
Down low, here's Jones, and Jones slams it in.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And the dunk by Bamba.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
For Miami, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic comes in for Bamba. And it's Ross in for Ennis. And Miami with a change here, too. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Derek Jones. Now here's Ross. Dishes it to Vucevic. Ross passes to Gordon. Top the key, Ross. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Now Dragic, here's the 3. That shot off. That'll do it for the first half. Heat lead by 8. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jim.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the... And that'll do it for our halftime reports.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem, and it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Now here's Jones, following the miss by Aaron Gordon, and he gets it to go. Jones has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Heat. Inside, Gordon, and it's Gordon with the finish.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Robinson misses. The Magic trail by 8. Over to the left wing, to the inside. Here's Augustine, banked in off the glass. Augustine's got his first bucket in this one.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
None can't get it to fall.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And Miami making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Now here is Augustine. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot. So Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. Just a pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you could throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat.
And Orlando making a change here. Carter Williams is checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Iguodala's checked in. Gordon kicks to Carter Williams. Shot clock at 5. The 3. And it's Gordon missing. The Heat leading by 10. Here's Butler. Finished off the break. Butler's got 4 points this quarter.
And Butler looking like the Tasmanian devil on the break. You can't give him any room to run, or you might get your feelings hurt.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Bamba is checked in for Aaron Gordon. Ross comes in for Evan Fournier. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Now here's Ross. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Lets it go. They get it back, and it's put back in by Vucevic.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Pass to Olynyk. And Brett, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide, rather than what we see today at 12 feet, that would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. And passing with a purpose there. I love how Carter Williams keeps his teammates involved.
Silva, the pass to Olynyk. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Olynyk's got the lead up to 12 now for Miami.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
In the corner, Bamba with it. Rebound by Olynyk. The Heat have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Silva, the pass to Dragic. Offline with his three. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Ross finds Bamba. Back to Ross. Olynyk with the steal. Here's Iguodala. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
That's something Iguodala would like to do just about every time. A good scorer around the rim.
Passes it to Fultz. The dish to Vucevic. Back to Fultz. Ross on the wing. To the middle. Knocked away. He could go. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Heat, Dragic is out there with Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Robinson. In at the 3, the small forward. Here's Birch. Finishes the break with a slam.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It's a good possession all the way around.
Now the pass to Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
The athleticism from Fultz is off the charts. Turns on the jets whenever he's taken off towards the basket.
Now here is Robinson. Right side Dragic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Ken Birch. Evan Fournier comes in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Miami. Jimmy Butler comes in for Hero. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
Here's Augustine after the made shot from Goran Dragic. And Vucevic kicks to Augustine. Back to Vucevic. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Robinson left side. Down low. Pass to Adebayo. Butler finds Adebayo. Outside Robinson. Back to Adebayo. Shoots over Vucevic, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Magic trail by 12. Augustine dishes to Ennis. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Augustine passes to Vucevic. Here's Gordon. Vucevic down low. Adebayo on him. Butler on the way. Robinson passes to Adebayo. Dragic looking for an opening. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now, here's Fournier. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Gordon inside. Defended by Jones. Ennis. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And Miami making a change here. Nunn's checked in. Outside Butler. Orlando grabs the miss. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the first one drops.
Evan Fournier.
And so Fournier nails both of them. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Nunn. From deep three-point range. Doesn't go for him. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Hill. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Let's go. Orlando grabs the miss.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Misses the shot. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like, all right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Fans were really pumped about the Evolution cards being included last year, so it's great to hear that they are returning in 2K21. Blake, I know you play My Team. What were some of your favorite Evo cards this year?
Yeah, big My Team guy. My favorite throughout the year was probably the Nate Robinson Evolution card. I got him all the way up to a pink diamond, and, you know, I love Nate, loved when he was playing.
The brilliant blue water of He's got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point guard. And for the Heat, they've got Jones. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. Robinson is out there with Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the point, stolen by Markkanen. Here's Levine, and Butler sends it back. Tipped away. Levine passes to Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Well, you look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved in looking for his shot.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Nunn. White covering. Outside for Robinson. Butler passes to Adebayo. Releases. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that. The timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Here's Nunn. White covering. 2 points. That one goes.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Porter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jimmy Butler. And last season, Otto Porter on the move, Chris. He was traded at the deadline to the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, and he has fit right in since joining the Bulls. I mean, they needed his outside shooting. Porter is still very young and can grow to be a part of this young Bulls core.
Now, here is Robinson. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
And he had 2 blocks also, don't forget. I mean, it tells you what kind of presence he was for him at both ends of the floor.
And that one's good by Porter.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
Here's Robinson, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Porter passes to White. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Markkanen. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And he makes that one.
And Butler feasts from this area. The defense has to do a better job in how they scheme him.
And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. On the wing, Levine. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Miami trailer. The feed now to Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Flashing that leaping ability there. Butler really gets off the floor fast when he's near the hoop.
Levine kicks to Carter. Back to Levine. And it's blocked. In transition, here comes Miami. Here's Nunn. Gets an open look and hits. Nunn's got 7 points in the game.
And the D really on its heels on that possession, didn't know what to do.
Outside, White. For 3, Levine hits the three-point bomb.
Oh, Kev, he's so tough to cover because of his athleticism and shooting skills. What an answer from Levine.
Butler passes to Adebayo. Robinson dishes to Butler. Outside for Robinson. Wants to get it to Butler and does. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target from three-point range.
Now, if you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time down.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
And the wily strength of Levine. I mean, he does a great job fending off the defense on the way up.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
I mean, an obsessive personality type Jimmy Butler. Back in Marquette, he'd stop a fast break drill when he caught a pass with one hand instead of two and say, do it over. That perfectionism still drives him today.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group, and it's good for 2.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
There's Dragic with the 3. No good on that one. And it's Chicago the other way. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And there's a foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him.
2 fouls and we're not even out of the first quarter. That's not a good pace to set.
From 12 feet out, that one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Crowder. Hero passes to Dragic. And easy 2 points on the layup. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Heat out front, up 1. And the second quarter about to get started. You learn about Jimmy Butler. Difficult journey to where he is now. But one
basketball. That's that.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
Dragic is out there with Hero. Then it's Olynyk, and there's Iguodala. And it's Crowder in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And you love to have a player like Chris Dunn out on the perimeter with his defense.
Oh, man, big men love guards that can actually keep their assignment in front of them. Dunn has quick feet, great lateral movement, and that's why he's a successful defender.
Swiped it away. Young left side, the 17-footer. The shot comes out, and Miami the other way now. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Well, it tells you a lot about who's the more aggressive team. I mean, they should have that same exact attitude tonight.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
That bucket in no time at all. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Dunn attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's Dragic with the ball for the Miami Heat. They trail by 1. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. Hero passes to Dragic. 6 to shoot. Here's Crowder. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Crowder's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you can see just how much effort Crowder has put into improving the mid-range game.
To the paint. And Young kicks to Dunn. Here's Satoransky. Sinks the triple. And the Bulls lead by 2.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3. Dragic
dishes to Crowder. He can't get it to go. Good defensive work there by Young.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Oh, you had to close out hard on Iguodala. He's made himself a true threat from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Satoransky. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Shot from the low block. Young. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
The Bulls making a switch here. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Luke Cornett. Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Satoransky. And it's White in for Dunn.
And squaring up is Iguodala. Nice follow-through on the release.
White the pass to Valentine. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Baseline try. That one a little long. Chicago leading. Young finds Markkanen. Good work there as it goes. Markkanen's got his first 2 points.
Well, known for his shooting, Markkanen is still 7 feet. Great to see him score near the hoop.
Pass to Nunn. Back to Iguodala. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Thaddeus Young. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
Carter, he's checked in for Young. And here's Iguodala outside and out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
And the Heat making a change here. Robinson's checked in. White the pass to Harrison. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. The Heat trail by 6.
Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly.
Stolen by Markkanen. Here's White. Pass to Valentine. Kicks to Markkanen. Lets the 3 fly. No good. The Heat have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Here is Carter. Here's Levine. Can't connect from short range. It's stolen by Carter, and that'll do it. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Some good action during the period. And
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. So for Chicago right now, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Robinson. Adebayo, great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Levine, and he uses the glass on the layup. Levine's got 7 points. Chris, with every team looking to maximize floor space, which big men are the deadliest from outside? They have a shot that you've got to respect.
Oh, well, I think you got to go with a few. Just rapid fire. You got to go with that man, Mr. Towns, out there in Minnesota. How about Blake Griffin, what he did for the Pistons, just shooting, knocking those threes down. Now, I got to give my man Big Lopez a shout-out. He shoots it deep from Curryland out there for the Milwaukee Bucks. So much fun watching these guys. And don't forget about Big Marc Gasol. He'll let it fly from deep as well.
He will, and they're all effective.
Oh, very effective.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. And Levine with the slam.
Easy to see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
And Levine with the slam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's Robinson. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, I think he's looking around wondering where the D is. I mean, nowhere near him, that's for sure.
Here's White. And it's Miami with the rebound.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And Butler with the second chance points. 10 points for him.
Such a rugged player. If you forget where Butler is, he's going to hit the boards hard.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D. Avoiding fouling and gotten a perfect position to alter the shot. And he's done everything they've asked for tonight. I mean, it's all because of all the work he's done that this game is even close.
Levine can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint. You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Outside Robinson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
Here's Dragic. Miami no good on that time either. Chicago leading by 3. Over to the wing. Valentine wide open. He fires. No good from outside. Intercepted. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. It's tipped. And again, the turnover by the Heat. And now a chance to go to the real stats, real scores from the real NBA to see the leading three-point shooting teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Heat.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Harrison passes to Hutchison. To the left wing. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
The Heat making a switch here. Heroes checked in. There's 53 seconds left here in the third quarter. And that one is good.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
To the inside. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
And he goes in for the dunk.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Shot by Crowder, no good. Leonard with the steal. Outside Crowder. Lets it fly. They get it back. The putback is no good. 4 seconds left. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Harrison's got the lead up to 9 now for Chicago.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up.
And so it's Chicago in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Heat, we've got Hero. Myers Leonard is out there with Olynyk. Then there's Dragic, and it's Iguodala in at the 3.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. But his offense has not been there for them.
No good from Dragic. Chicago leading by 9. Passes to Hutchison, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So for the Bulls, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Valentine. And Levine subbed in for Harrison. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Young finds Levine. Fires the 3. And the Bulls with another miss.
Not his best day from three-point range. Just one in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
Hero passes to Dragic. And here is Olynyk. Dunn covering. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots. And again, it's the Heat missing.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Tips it. Young on the follow. And the Bulls lead by 11.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Iguodala against Porter. Inside. Here's Olynyk. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Markkanen, he's checked in for the Bulls. White comes in for Chris Dunn. Here's Levine. It's hauled in by the Heat. Robinson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
From deep, an absolute bomb from 3-point range.
You just don't realize how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. And that was sweet.
Here's Levine, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And because of his skill set, Levine often puts the defense in tight spots. You got to be careful guarding.
And he knocks down the first one. All players look for an edge, Chris. For example, certain guys are just so deceptive with the ball in their hands. You're always looking for whatever can give you that advantage.
2 of the best. The players and people can complain as much as they want, but Harden getting to the line is genius because he knows how you're guarding him, and basically you got to stay away from him to guard him because he's so skilled. And by the way, Curry does the same thing, and Curry, one of the smaller players in the league, but always finding a way to take the contact, take the bump, but to get the scoring up. And I think as a fan for me, it's fun watching the cat and mouse game between the offensive player and the defender, seeing who can get the best of each other while involving the ref.
They just control their bodies so well. They know exactly what they need to do to get that call.
And it's all on the spur of the moment. I mean, this is all on the fly.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jim Boylan talking with his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
And then LaVine with the jam.
Showing off the entire arsenal right now. LaVine so outstanding and scoring in a multitude of ways.
The pass to Nunn. Dishes to Jones. Comes up empty down low.
I mean, he struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
LaVine for three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Miami the other way. Down low. Pass to Nunn. Shoots the three. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Bulls.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Zach LaVine.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Markkanen kicks to LaVine. From deep three-point range, again, LaVine missing. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. 7-point differential. They get the rebound. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
I mean, he's a versatile player who can come play either guard position. I mean, LaVine continues to impress as the years go on. They're jumping on the chance to up their lead at the line.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
There's Porter with the three. Missed. And so it's Chicago winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
He was playing, and just getting him back in the game and getting to dunk on people was awesome. And then another, I mean, you and I, big Kobe fans, so that Evo Kobe, it's free, and he gets all the way up to an opal, so I mean, come on, you can't beat that.
Yeah, that was some of the best My Team stuff, in my opinion, all those Kobe challenges to overcome and evolve that card.
The skyline of Orlando scene. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. And it's Gordon missing.
You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Levine. Vucevic with the block.
3 misses to start the game, still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
Carter with a block. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Carter lead. Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah!
What a play!
Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Ennis. It's Fournier on the wing. Guarded by Levine. Lets it go from the wing. Gets a hand on it. And the second chance effort by Gordon.
Well, you know what I like to say, persistence pays, and with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
Here's Markkanen from down in the low post. It goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. And, you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Aren't some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the move, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. Orlando shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And, you know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it.
The Magic making a switch here. Ross is checked in. Now here's Levine. Carter finds Porter. And here's White. He's guarded by Ross. There's Porter with the 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. 3-point lead. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman, Fournier, solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
For 3, Levine. A shot, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The shot's good from Fournier.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Levine. Lays it up and banks it in.
You know what you get there? Levine strong enough now to take on contact. Able to complete the play.
Fournier into the lane. Good on the shot.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And Levine with the slam.
Boy, it's no secret that Levine has outstanding athleticism and explosiveness. He can throw it down with ease and with the best of them.
In transition, here come the Bulls. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Ross passes to Gordon. Back to Ross. Right side, Gordon. Got a hand on it.
And that's evidence that Markkanen is working on his defense, and it's critical that he does so. And blocks like this show he's making good strides.
That evens the score.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 6. Vucevic the pass to Gordon. Back to Vucevic. Another shot. Markkanen pulls it in.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Levine, good.
And there you see it right there on display. The quick feet, the long strides of Levine helps him in a lot of ways.
Ross against Porter. Fultz the pass to Birch. Dishes it to Bamba. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Plenty of offense in this closely. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And from what we've seen so far from the Bulls, what's your take?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Mohamed Bamba. Fultz is out there with Carter Williams. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the 4 spot.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Outside for Carter Williams. They need this. A fresh 14 for Orlando.
And that's just too easy. I mean, when you don't box out Bamba, he punishes you for it.
Dunn passes to Hutchison. Here's Satoransky, and he makes good on the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Satoransky. And as he's checked in for Orlando. The Bulls also changing it up. Valentine's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Satoransky. Now, here's Bamba. Gets himself open and drills it. Bamba's got his second bucket.
Well, he's a very effective scorer from there. Bamba's excellent at using his size to his advantage.
The Bulls leading by 7. Dunn dishes to Valentine. Here's Harrison, guarded by Fultz. Passes it to Valentine. Over Ennis. The shot by Valentine, no good.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Fultz kicks to Ennis. Back to Birch. At the elbow, it's Bamba. Orlando moving the ball around. And he jams it with authority.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Now, when you look at Mo Bamba, with his size, around 7'1" in height, Clark, the longest wingspan, arm span ever measured at the Combine, he can dominate inside.
And you know what, guys? The scary thing is he's got room to fill out. He's got room to add good muscle and weight to that frame. And once he does, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
And Orlando making a change here. Vucevic is checked in. Pass to Carter Williams. Right wing. The wide open look here for Vucevic. Again, the Magic score.
You look at the mid-range area of the court, definitely in Vucevic's game. Clearly, he's an outstanding shooting center.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh, my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight.
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
Chicago with the ball. The Magic hitting the bucket. 1:11 left in the first half of the game. And the Bulls with another miss. And it's Ennis with the ball for the Orlando Magic. And stolen by White. Here's Cornette. White, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. White's got 6. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Harrison now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
Gordon, the pass to Vucevic. Back to Gordon. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And the pass to Valentine. Here's Cornette. He's guarded by Fournier. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Vucevic. For Chicago, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. And so he hits both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Here's Levine, and then Levine with the jam.
Well, we've gotten used to seeing this from Levine, guys. He's a terrific scorer who I think continues to expand his game.
And the activity he shows.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing them.
And that...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And tipping off the second half, here's Jim Boylan's 5. LaVine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point.
When you watch Lauri Markkanen play, it's easy to see how easy it is for him to put up points. Attacks from all spots on the floor and has a great touch on that shot, especially for a man his size. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Vucevic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And really, Greg, the only knock on Markkanen is that he can be too passive at times.
And I suspect that will fade as he grows more comfortable in the league. You have to remember how young he is and missed a good amount of time with injury during that second year.
Well, we've seen Vucevic expand his offensive repertoire, guys, adding to his old school post game. He's now demonstrating perimeter shooting and playmaking ability, and that's opening some eyes. Clearly out of sync to begin this half, 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And then LaVine with the jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
And Clark, as Vucevic has stepped out from that mid-range to beyond the arc, it's paying dividends.
Yeah, not only is he shooting the three-point shot when he steps out there, but it spaces the floor and opens up things for his teammates, and he's proven himself to be a pretty good passer. The face-up game proving just as effective as his post-up game, which makes him a hard cover. And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
Left side, Markkanen. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Porter. Chalk up 2 there. Porter's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Here's Vucevic, and the layup's good off the glass. Vucevic has got 10.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Markkanen. That shot missing.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
No good on the triple. Chicago leading by 11. Here's Levine, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Shot's good. And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Young's checked in for Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Markkanen. Adoransky's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's done in for White.
When you look at Bamba, he has extraordinary length. And because of that, he's able to finish over most defenders.
Levine can't hit. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Back to Fultz. And the shot goes in.
Man, I love the energy Fultz plays with, Kevin. I mean, when he's deep in the paint, he's really comfortable going up to shoot it.
And there's Levine on the assist from Dunn. And now it's up to 25 points for Zach LaVine. Makes it off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 15.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Fultz, the pass to Bamba. And no good. Good defensive work there by Young. Here's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Yeah, right. I don't know how much weight that carries, Kevin.
Nice shot there by Bamba.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
Here's Levine. Bamba with the block. But they recover it. Stolen by Bamba. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Here's Ross. Who's back up. Birch the pass to Ross. 11 feet out and he hits it. Ross has got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's where Ross has been most efficient. Raining it off the catch. Love it.
The putback.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Fultz the pass to Bamba. Poked away. Here's Birch. Fultz looking around. Outside for Carter Williams. Overdone. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Chicago looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Take a look at the NBA. Who's the best, you think, Clark, at controlling the defensive glass, getting the missed most shots, and getting their offense back in gear?
Yeah, I think even though he's a bit undersized, he does a great job. Draymond Green, not only does he rebound the ball defensively, but he also can ignite the break because of his ball handling and passing ability. Giannis Antetokounmpo does a great job on the defensive backboards, as does Joel Embiid.
At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier and Ross, they're the wings. And it's Fultz in at the point guard. That's who's out there for Orlando. Gordon, the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Established his position with the strong base You got to box out Vucevic better than that.
And good that time. Young's got his first points of the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. So for the Magic, James Ennis, he'll check in for Terrence Ross, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Young. Markkanen comes in for Chandler Hutchison. Porter's checked in for Harrison, and it's White in for Satoransky. And that one's good by Porter.
And Markkanen, the big fella, has nice court vision, solid at finding open teammates.
Pass to Augustine. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Fournier with the ball, now defended by Markkanen. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's White, and he drops it in from the low post.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
Right side, Gordon. And Augustine kicks to Ennis. Vucevic, the pass to Augustine. Got a piece of it. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the Bulls making a change here. Levine's checked in. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Chicago.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Augustine against White. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the two, but he came into the league as a point guard.
Gordon inside. Markkanen on him.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
The Magic trail by 19. Augustine with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. Levine for three. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Augustine in the corner. Back to Gordon. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Aaron Gordon is no pushover. Far from it. I mean, with the ability to knock down shots despite contact, this young fella's impressive.
And you remember when Aaron Gordon came into the league, Clark, some questioned whether he had the size to play the power forward position. Not anymore.
Yeah, you take a look at what's important at that position. It's about mobility, versatility, and skill set, and he certainly fits the bill nicely there. He can defend the three or even some four positions and brings a lot of energy at both ends.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Chicago.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, two more to go in the season series.
Hard to say now how the final two games between them will play out, Greg, but one thing's certain. I mean, they're going to go at each other. This has become a very intense matchup.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Zach LaVine.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Satoransky finds Porter. Dunn with it. Frazier covering. Dunn shot's good. And the Bulls lead by 20.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit. You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
And the Bulls making a change here. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago. They led the game at 1 point by 20. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Satoransky. They grab their own miss. The shot misses. And so here's Orlando. 17-point game. Clark, the pass to Awundu. To the wing right side. Here's Frazier. Here's Bamba. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, it's not a bad idea to foul Bamba. Actually, a good foul. He's hard to stop, and he's not that strong a free throw shooter, so send him to the line.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Dunn. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up for...
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Now, we've also heard that My Team Unlimited is returning for NBA 2K21. Did you get any details on that, Blake?
Yeah, Unlimited is coming back for sure, and there's also going to be new ways to compete as well, so you're going to want to keep your eyes out for that.
Blake, you and I know the community loves that competition in My Team. What did the devs give you in terms of insight into competitive My Team?
Coming into Miami. Hello and thanks for joining us. Anoche. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Miami, they've had a great season. We'll look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, Orlando sitting there 4 spots below.
And right now for Miami, they've had a tremendous year. There were a lot of people waiting for them to take that tumble late in the season. Well, those people might be waiting for a little while longer.
Or maybe a lot longer. They look to me like they're ready to make some serious noise in the playoffs.
Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. And for Miami, they've got Jones. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. Robinson is out there with Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the point guard. Here's Ennis, following the score by Miami. 5 to shoot. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
How about those instincts from the 7-footer? Vucevic uses that size to snag offensive rebounds.
Robinson goes in. The pass to Butler. And he banks in the layup. It might be the end of the regular season, Doris, but tonight's game has postseason implications.
What's better for an NBA team late in the year than to have a great test with a highly competitive group you're looking opposite? So obviously you want to play tough, meaningful games in preparation for the playoffs. This is going to be great.
Playoff atmosphere, you're right.
and they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Nunn passes to Butler, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
To the middle. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
I absolutely love the interior game of Jimmy Butler. Attacking, challenging the teeth of the defense.
Fournier passes to Vucevic. Now here is Augustine. He's guarded by Adebayo. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. For three. Augustine, no luck. The Heat have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Butler passes to Nunn. Good ball movement here by Miami. To the paint. Here's Gordon. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Jones. Butler goes in over Ennis. Again, the Heat good for 2.
We call that the stop and pop. One of Butler's best tricks for losing a defender. That is nice.
Fournier finds Gordon. Out to the right wing. Outside Fournier. Pass to Vucevic. Second shot opportunity. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Miami with a new 14. The shot, no good. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Augustine. Here's Vucevic. Augustine looking around. He kicks it to Gordon. Outside Fournier. Miami grabs the miss. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
A really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
Gordon dishes to Vucevic. Pass to Ennis. Now here's Vucevic. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. The Heat leading by 4. Robinson for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
There's 38 seconds left here in the first quarter. Gordon kicks to Augustine. Back to Gordon. Augustine in the corner. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. They get it back. Back to Robinson. There's the pass to Nunn. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Ennis. Another shot. And the shot is good.
Well, terrific floor awareness from the crafty swingman. Jimmy Butler playing the role of facilitator.
And so it's Miami headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about
Those are different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports, and always exciting. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
They've got Iguodala. Dragic is out there with Hero. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Crowder in at the 4. So that's who Miami starts the second with. To the inside, Crowder with the steal. Lets it go with the 3. The offensive rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Birch. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be, and Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
The Magic trail by 10, and up the court come the Magic on the break. Good on the bucket. Fultz has got his first points of the night.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Iguodala no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Outside for Carter Williams. Ross with the bounce pass. Passes it to Fultz. Ross with it. Dishes it to Bamba. Carter Williams, the pass to Bamba. And the rejection by Leonard. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Heat lead by 10.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Bamba passes to Birch. Back to Bamba. Orlando moving the ball around. Inside. And the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, you better keep the 7-footer Mo Bamba away from the cup. What an easy finish.
Here's Hero. Guarded by Fultz. The shot's good. Hero's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Crowder. Orlando also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Gordon comes in for Ross. And Fournier subbed in for Michael Carter Williams. The Magic making a switch here. Augustine's checked in. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Gordon. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Gordon's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Silva, the pass to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Gordon goes in, and then Gordon with the dunk.
How about the agility, boy? Gordon knifing his way inside, finishes with confidence. That's pretty.
Dragic against Augustine. No good from Dragic.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Dragic with another miss.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Fournier's shot is off. Silva, the pass to Leonard. Offensive rebound, Heat.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Here's Fultz. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Miami holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They have an 8-point lead. And over to Shaq. And that'll about...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. When you watch the game now, Biggs playing on the perimeter. Who can really defend and hold their own outside the lane we've seen?
Well, you think about a guy at the rim like Clint Capella, who is a great shot-blocking force. But in today's NBA, he's got to be able to guard the pick and roll, make the necessary switch. And because Capella has got great feet and because he can move laterally so quickly, he might be 6'10", 6'11", but he can get out and switch in the pick and roll. It is a thing of beauty to watch.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Ennis in at the small forward.
DJ Augustine has turned himself into a feared three-point threat. Beautiful.
Jones kicks to Robinson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Magic trail by 7. Fournier's shot is off. Heat shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And it's Ennis with the ball for Orlando. Augustine dishes to Vucevic. Had the space there, but it's offline.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Jones kicks to Robinson. Now the pass to Nunn. Off target from outside.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Offensive rebound. And it's Vucevic missing.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
And it's Butler missing.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Augustine, and Butler sends it back.
Terrific anticipation. Butler reads that play, sends it back. I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. It's tipped.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Robinson misses.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Here's Vucevic. Fournier. It's good on the putback.
Evan Fournier has an innate sense of where the basketball is going to come off the rim, and if you don't box him out, he's going to take great use of it.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Nunn. Lays it up off the glass. Nunn's got 8.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Vucevic, the pass to Gordon. And Jones pulls it down.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. The Heat have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
You know, I think, guys, in addition to becoming an elite two-way player, what I love about Jimmy Butler is the passion he plays with.
Great positioning on the putback. He has 5.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
From deep, Iguodala. He can't get that one, and Orlando will come the other way as their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
Nice shot there by Bamba.
Well, what a job by Mo Bamba to get to his area. Get on the interior, pick your spots. Mo Bamba does just that. So the term unicorn has arisen for shot blockers who can also space the floor. Mo Bamba on that list, guys.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And coming in, Mo Bamba comparing his game to that of Joel Embiid's. Doris, you see that?
Well, I've heard others mention Rudy Gobert with a three-point shot, and that might be a closer comparison. We're going to have to watch and see what Mo Bamba hangs his hat on both the offensive and defensive end. Comparison's a bit early at this point.
7-footers typically challenged as far as mobility. But, Doris, you look at Mo Bamba, he appears to be very fluid.
Well, he's listed at 7 feet. He's actually 7'1" in shoes. And despite that height, Kevin, as you mentioned, Mo Bamba is a very fluid athlete. He's got exceptional feet, tremendous upside for Bamba.
Dragic dishes to Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Yeah, easy call.
The Heat have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Fournier is checked in for Orlando. Ross passes to Gordon. Crowder with the steal. Top of the key, Dragic. And there it is for him. Dragic has got his second basket of the game.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
Right side, Gordon. Shoots over Crowder. Another miss by Orlando. The Heat leading by 8. There's Dragic with the 3. Ross grabs the board.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Leonard attacking, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And so Orlando again turning it over. And the Heat shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Dragic, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Dragic has got 6. Leonard with the steal. From deep, Iguodala. Off target. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Hero out there with Dragic. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and there's Iguodala. And it's Silva in at the power forward position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And so here's Orlando. And Vucevic kicks to Fultz. Here's Ross. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Iguodala outside. It's stolen by Fultz. That one doesn't go. The Heat go the other way with it. To the middle. Here's Olynyk. And he can't bank that one in. The Magic trail by 10. Fultz the pass to Ross. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 3 assists tonight.
You have to know when to simply catch and shoot, and it serves Terrence Ross very well that time.
And it's Dragic off the drive. And the basket by Olynyk. Olynyk got his first basket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Orlando making some changes. James Ennis, he'll check in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. Ennis dishes to Gordon. Kicks it to Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. Ross with it. Jacks up a 3. Miami grabs the miss. Jones has got 7 rebounds in the game. Hero passes to Nunn. Right side Jones. Here's Nunn, defended by Gordon, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
And here is Ross. He dishes it to Vucevic. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Well, anytime someone can knock down mid-range J's, it opens up the floor. Nikola Vucevic doing just that.
Jones, the pass to Adebayo. Robinson against Ross. Feeds it to Jones. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Ross dishes to Ennis. Augustine passes to Vucevic. And Augustine kicks to Ennis. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Now the feed to Gordon. That's no good. He is 5 of 11 shooting from the field for the game. Robinson dishes to Jones. 1:51 left to play in the final quarter. None. No good with the triple. The Magic trail by 10. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And slam dunk by Vucevic.
He's got the size to make that an easy finish. Vucevic, deep position, and he's golden.
Robinson passes to Adebayo. On the wing. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Butler, he's checked in for Hero. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Ross. Outside Gordon. Back to Ross. He feeds it to Vucevic. Now Ennis. Puts up a 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Butler against Ross. Back to Butler. 56 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Passes to Nunn. Outside Robinson. To end the cold streak. Nunn can't get it to fall.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Augustine in the corner. For the 3. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Augustine in the clutch. DJ doing it.
Robinson kicks to Adebayo. Jones dishes to Robinson. Outside Butler. Back to Robinson. Pass to Butler. Over Gordon. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
It's stolen by Jones. And so it's Miami winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Well, you will be competing for championship rings in NBA 2K21. That's it. That's all I can say, but there will be more ways to play and compete in my team.
I like the sound of that.
I know something that we're really excited about is that your progress carries over from current gen to next gen.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, you can start playing on current gen on.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Heat, advantage in one series. And, of course, there's the Bulls. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk around them now is already about what's going to take place in the offseason. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? I'd be surprised if they don't have a much different look next year.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Jones. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. And for the Bulls, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center position. On the wing, Levine. Robinson pulls it in.
And with this team, Zach LaVine has been thrust into the role of the leader. Still young in his own right, but as a rising star and a large part of the future, responsibilities have fallen in his lap.
Porter trying to free himself up, and it's White missing.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Butler, no good. And for Levine, he is the best scorer on the team. And you know what, Smitty? He should be a leader.
You're right. That isn't something that's easy to step right into. After losses pile up, you feel more pressure and want to take over every game. Zach LaVine should be up to the task, but it will take some adjustment.
Carter, the pass to Markkanen. Back to Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Adebayo, high post. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now, here's Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. From deep. Miami keeps it going. A new 14-second clock. Robinson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Porter kicks to White. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. There's Levine, and he banks in the layup.
Providing so much size and athleticism out of the backcourt. Levine challenging the heart of that defense.
And Butler puts up a deep three. The shot will not fall. And the Bulls going the other way now.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Miami's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Jones, the pass to Adebayo. Porter against Butler. The pass to Jones. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Markkanen. And hammering it in.
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
1:09 left here in the opening quarter. Back to Adebayo. Stolen by Markkanen. Here's Levine. And then Levine with the jam.
Defensively, this is what you want from marketing. Playing with confidence. Good things will happen, just like that turnover.
And that one drops.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Now the dish to Carter. The three. The Bulls keep it alive. Here's White. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And that burst of speed, sometimes White just too much for a defense, which is why you see them compromise.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Porter. And Satoransky subbed in for Levine. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Young kicks to White. And it's Dragic with the rebound. The Heat trail by 4. Pass to Olynyk. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Here's Young. No good. Shot missing. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bulls lead by 4. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court.
I worked extremely hard.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Bulls. Chris Dunn is out there with Satoransky. And it's Young. And it's Hutchinson in at the 3 spot. They get it again. Poke loose. Dunn with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Here's Satoransky. That's in. Coming off an assist from Dunn. Satoransky's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Bulls. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality. Like on the free throw line, boxing out. Like going up for rebounds, they let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust and they find their way. Well, when you watch Goran Dragic play, you can tell the precision that he has with his movement and footwork. But as pretty as his game is, he has a bit of edge to him. Very fiery player.
Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Satoransky. Here's Hero. Chris Dunn making his last shot. It's hauled in by Dunn. The Bulls leading by 7. Here's Harrison, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
And Smitty, as you alluded to with Dragic, he's gotten in more confrontations than you would think.
He's a scrapper and does whatever it takes to win. Reminds me of a little bit of John Stockton with that mentality. But that's exactly the kind of mindset you want from your lead guard.
Crowder with the steal. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's just a 4-point Chicago lead.
Jay Crowder often stays out on the perimeter but sees the opening and quickly takes advantage.
Here's Young. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
The Bulls making a switch here. Carter's checked in.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Harrison keeps it alive. The Heat trail by 6. Here's Butler. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
Beautiful vision to find the open man. Goran leading by example.
You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
Zach LaVine's checked in for Chicago. Heat also with the sub. Adebayo's checked in, and here's Leonard from 3. That shot misses. Now Chicago takes it the other way. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
And it's the Heat with the ball after the three-pointer from Zach LaVine.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And Young with the stuff.
Beautiful find by LaVine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Young. And Satoransky's subbed in for Harrison. Now, here's Adebayo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Kept alive. Can they get it? And Adebayo throws it down.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Here's LaVine. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
A late bloomer in high school, Zach LaVine could still be just scratching the surface of his true ability.
Porter's checked in for Chicago. And Miami also making a switch. Olynyk, he's checked in for Myers Leonard. Now here's Iguodala. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Nunn. Rebound by the Bulls. 36 seconds left to play in the first half. And then LaVine with the jam.
This is what Zach LaVine is built to do. He can get you points in bunches, and sometimes he can go all night.
Butler on the way. Guarded by Porter. And it's Butler missing.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
He gets that one.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Good.
I love the aggressiveness by Butler when he's driving the basketball to the bucket.
Here's Porter. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Chicago. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Beth. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 3 rebounds.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. They've got Adebayo. Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point guard. Here's Carter. Here's Markkanen. Doesn't go that time. And Miami the other way now. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. The Bulls leading by 15.
And there's no doubt that this team views Lauri Markkanen as a big part of their future. Many slept on Markkanen in the draft, but he could be a star.
Stolen by Carter. Markkanen passes to Levine. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Takes it from 10. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Levine. 6 points for Lauri Markkanen. The Heat trail by 19. As you said, Smitty, Markkanen has the potential to be an all-star someday.
He's not quite there yet, Kevin. Not by any means. Needs to take a jump forward and go from being a shooter to an all-around scorer.
Back to White. The kick out to Porter. Passes it to Carter. On the wing, Porter. It's hauled in by the Heat. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Markkanen. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Markkanen's got 4 points this quarter.
Beautiful find by Carter. Sees the floor really well for a young big.
Nunn passes to Jones. Down low. Pass to Adebayo. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
So Chicago ends up going with a new group. And Smitty, you talk about players who can just be vicious to the rim. Wow. Derek Jones is on that list.
Yes, he can dunk the ball with so much force. You feel the building shake. So scary when he's coming down the paint to catch a pass because of his insane leaping ability.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Heat. The pass to Hutchison. Three-pointer. Chicago now working with the new shot clock. Here's Dunn. And the three off target. The Heat trail by 16. Hero passes to Silva. Dragic against Dunn. Clock at 6. Back to Dragic. Three-pointer. Leonard controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Harrison. He dishes it to Dunn. And again, Chicago, no good. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. They trail by 14. Here's Hutchison. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Young with the steal. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
From deep. Again, the miss by the Heat. The Bulls leading by 18. That's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Valentine comes in for Young, and Satoransky's subbed in for Chris Dunn.
Whenever Andre gets loose on the break, you have to reward him. Great job running the floor, one of the best in the business.
Here's Harrison. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got his third assist on the night. The Heat trail by 18. Here's Hero. Chicago grabs the miss. Cornette's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Hutchison. Pass to Satoransky. Harrison kicks to Satoransky. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. Here's Hutchison. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The first free throw is good. Chicago making some changes. Markkanen comes in for Luke Cornette. And it's White in for Shaquille Harrison. So he gets them both. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Iguodala outside. That three off the mark. The Bulls leading by 20. Here's Valentine. White left side. Markkanen finds Satoransky. The three from Valentine. Rebound by the Heat. Crowder goes in. Here's Hero. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Bulls out front, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Levine. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Otto Porter Jr. Then it's White, and it's Satoransky in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Iguodala, the pass to Olynyk, and that one, good. Olynyk got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Heat. Steve, there are certain players, as we know, who can really back you up and get you on your heels, and then they hit the brakes and they hit you with the pull-up jumper. They're very tough to defend.
Kevin, you said it best. Being able to hit the brakes and stop on a dime, I think it's James Harden, Steph Curry, C.J. McCollum, Kyrie Irving. Those are some of those names where guys can go in fast pace, fast motion, then stop and pull up and be on balance and knock down the shot. Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Carter, he's checked in for White. And then for Miami, Jones comes in for Olynyk. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Andre Iguodala.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
To the paint, here's Adebayo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
And Levine, here we go. Here's Carter, who's back up, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 20.
Right there, Carter using his instincts and motor to track down the miss and convert into second chance points. Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
The shot by Satoransky, no good. He'd have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Nunn. Butler against Porter. Butler goes in. Here's Nunn. Good on the three-point shot.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
And there's the pass to Porter. Outside, Levine. Puts it up. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds in the game. Out to the right wing. Outside, Jones. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Good on both. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Robinson against Levine. Markkanen kicks to Levine. A second chance effort. Here's Markkanen. It's deflected. Here's Nunn. This one for 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
There's always been a level of savvy to Porter's game. Beautiful pass.
Robinson against Levine. Robinson, that's good.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
LaVine finds Carter. The putback, it's good on the putback.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. And the shot goes down.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bulls.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category. And they continually put pressure on the defense.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zach LaVine.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Second chance shot, done. Great positioning on the putback.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage. This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Shot's good by Gafford.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And they pick up 2. And the Bulls lead by 20.
This is Dunn's game. Terrific acceleration. Very hard to stay in front of.
Iguodala finds Adebayo. Back to Iguodala. Now Hill. Wide open. And there's another one for the Heat. Here's Hutchison. The 10-footer. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.